You know, in crypto, pretty much everyone hates red days, right? But what if I told you there's a protocol that's built to, well, to feed on them? That's what we're digging into today. We're going to look at this invisible engine inside PLAZM and explore this wild idea, how a price drop can actually make the whole system more powerful. Sounds weird, I know.
All right, before we jump in, gotta do the usual disclaimer. This is all for educational purposes, okay? It's not financial advice. DeFi is super experimental, it's risky, so you absolutely have to do your own research. Cool? Let's get to it. So, check this out. This is the exact moment that made me want to do this explainer. Look at day 169. The price, down over 3%. Your gut reaction is, ouch, that's not good. But look at the other side. On the very same day, the protocol itself burned over 20,000 tokens. Gone. Forever. So what's the deal? How can something bad for the price be good for the protocol? That's the puzzle we're going to solve right now.
Okay, so it all comes down to one core idea, a price-proof yield engine. Think of this thing as the protocol's heart. And the most important thing to get is that this heart just keeps beating, pumping out income no matter what the price chart is doing. It's totally separate.
And where that income comes from is absolutely crucial. We're talking about real yield. Now, this isn't some magic internet money being printed. No, this is real hard cash flow coming from things like trading fees, actual economic activity. It's like a company earning profits from selling its products, not just from printing more shares to sell.
And this isn't just some abstract concept. On that day we were just looking at, this engine cranked out over $700. That's 710 real US dollars flowing into the system, even while the token price was falling. It just doesn't care.
So here's where the red day becomes a superpower. It's simple, really. Imagine you've got $100 to spend on apples. If apples are $1 each, you buy 100. But what if the price of apples crashes to 50 cents? Well, now your same $100 buys you 200 apples. The protocol's daily yield works exactly like that. When the token price goes down, its money goes further. It gets to buy up and destroy way more tokens, which makes its defense system even stronger.
So who's making these moves? Who's spending this money? Well, it's not some guy in a boardroom or a group chat. It's all automated. It's handled by smart contracts that act like a tireless 24/7 defense force, programmed to do one thing: protect and strengthen the system.
I love this quote from the founder. It says it all. The contracts are the product. Think about that. The automated system isn't just a feature. It is the whole point. And that's huge because it means the defenses are always up. There's no emotion, no panic, no hesitation. Just code, executing perfectly, every single day.
And the main weapon in its arsenal is something called the buy and burn. It's super simple. Step 1, a chunk of that daily cash gets set aside. Step 2, the smart contract takes that cash, goes out onto the open market, buys up PLAZM tokens, and then, poof, it sends them to a dead wallet they can never, ever escape from. They're just gone from the supply forever.
And this isn't just a few bucks here and there. Add it all up, and this one automated contract has spent more than $67,000 buying its own tokens off the market. That is a constant, relentless force of buying pressure that is always on.
But okay, defense is great. But what about offense? What about growth? Well, the protocol is also designed to grow, all by itself. This is where the self-compounding vault comes in. It's this incredible mechanism that lets the protocol boost its own income over time, and get this, it can do it even if 0 new people ever show up.
So if we look at how that daily yield is split up, you can see this slice right here. 20% of it is dedicated to buy and grow. Its job is simple. Take the money and reinvest it right back into the machine to make the engine bigger and stronger for tomorrow. And what does that 20% actually do? Well, every single day it means the protocol automatically buys itself more than 3 new assets that generate even more yield. In this case, they're bonds. And that creates this beautiful feedback loop. More assets today means more yield tomorrow. More yield tomorrow means more money for the buy and burn. It just keeps feeding itself, getting stronger and stronger. So let's put it all together. You've got this constant income stream from the yield engine. You've got an automated defense system buying up supply, and you've got a vault that's constantly growing itself. When all those pieces work together, the outcome is pretty much a mathematical certainty. You're on a direct path to deflation, where the token supply just gets smaller over time. And what this does is it sets up this epic showdown. On one side, you have the new tokens being created, the emissions, but those are programmed to shrink every single day. And on the other side, you have the tokens being destroyed, the burns.
And those are set to grow as the protocol earns more yield. You can see where this is going, right? These two lines are on a collision course. And we're not talking about something that might happen in the distant future. Look at the progress already. Of all the tokens that have ever existed, nearly a quarter of them have already been wiped out, permanently. This engine is already making a huge dent right now. So now that you've seen how all the gears in this machine work, it's pretty clear that just staring at the price chart is like, well, it's like judging a car by its paint job without ever looking at the engine. So let's pop the hood. Let's look at the protocol's real health dashboard.
And here it is. This is the stuff the price chart doesn't show you. A vault with over $500,000 in it, almost 12,000 assets, all generating income. The daily yield of over $700, 19% of the supply permanently gone. This is that invisible engine we've been talking about. And the craziest part? On that day the price was red, every single one of these numbers actually went up. The protocol got healthier.
So it all comes down to this. The next time you're looking at a project, any project, you have to ask yourself a question. Are you just staring at the price, that flashy, emotional, and honestly often irrational number? Or are you going to take a minute to look under the hood and check the health of the engine itself?